but today we're painting with green. I'm so sorry you guys could not hear me. Happy Saturday! Hey, how are you guys? Bernadette, thank you so much. I saw your hands moving. Exactly. I'm like la 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 blah 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 da da da. I'm like nobody's saying nothing. Cause now I know because y'all can't hear me. So all the materials I'm using is over in the description box as well as off to the side. You know we're using acrylics today, and we're using another fun project. I'm gonna say it over again because you guys cannot hear me. Okay. And we're using my fun new Frederick's canvas paper. I pulled this out of my like supplies that I have from like so long ago. So we're gonna use this, okay? And it's basically, if you guys are wondering, you can't really get this at Michael's as far as I know. But you can get it in like maybe a Blick, any sort of art supply store, like your local art supply store, mom and pop, a local art supply store. Like my favorite art supply store here in Maryland is called Plaza Artist Materials. So this is where I got it from, Plaza Artist Materials. And as you can see, this company's been around a very long time. They also make canvases. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're using a 9x12. And basically, it's a fun way you can like do so many studies, and it's basically like having a canvas roll all rolled up into one. Look at that. And you can like keep all your projects in one little thing. I don't even know why I didn't think about this before, but it's like so dope. I love Plaza Art Store. Exactly. Good, good, good. You've been to Plaza Artist Materials then. That's great. I love Plaza Artist Materials. A lot of times they be watching some of my lives too. So shout out to Plaza Artist Materials. Okay. I love that store. They're so friendly. Especially if you go, well, I don't know about all of them, but the one here, there's one like a one town over from me in Towson, and it's so good, so friendly. It's right there by Towson University, so it's a really good place to get artist materials and stuff like that. And this time I actually got some extra water, so my water won't be looking crazy. But you guys know what it is. If you feeling all the videos and all the craziness and the technical difficulties, make sure y'all hit that like button and share the love, you guys. It really helps the sister out. For real. Oh man. It was like crazy. I was like, wait a minute. Not y'all not being able to hear me. Oh my god. Okay, so let's get started. We did enough yapping. I've already done my drawing. You see that I did my thing. So I want to start off. I still want to do my outline, but I'm gonna minimize using my blow dryer. But that shouldn't hinder you guys from using your blow dryer. Again, for those of you that happen to be pun to replay, I'm gonna try to put as many timestamps as I can. Okay. And we got our little Posca pen here. I'm gonna try to put as many timestamps as I can so you guys can be able to like bounce around and do all the things, especially with all the craziness that's going on. And I'm also gonna put out some paints. So I get to use my favorite underpainting this time. I'm gonna put out different sorts of paints, and then I also have my spray bottle off to the side right here. I'm gonna spray to give me some different type of paint. Now, mind you, I normally do not paint this sort of portrait. This portrait is gonna be totally out of my comfort zone, out of my thing, and hopefully it'll be a good way for you guys to also explore as well. So I'm just putting out different greens. Again, you guys, hopefully you are familiar with how to mix green. If you're not, it's just blue green. I mean blue green. It's just blue yellow, and that'll give you green. But Every blue and every yellow is not created equally. Different shades of blue and yellow will give you different shades of green. So you got to also think about that and keep that in mind, especially if you do not have the convenience colors that you may need. You know what I'm saying? Pull it up, pull it up. That's why I'm putting out, also, I'm putting out phthalo blue because that's a green shade. It has like green undertones in it. So I'm going to put out a little bit of that. You don't need a lot of phthalo blue. Oh, wait a minute. That's actually black. But it's fine. You don't need a lot of that. But you still need to have a little bit of black and white, right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I think I'm right. I think I'm right, peeps. I think I'm right. Put a little bit of blue. I don't need a lot of that because these colors are super powerful, super overwhelming. So I don't need a lot of these at all. Again, it's not really cheating because there's really no way to kind of get around it. You feel what I'm saying? It really is not. It is really no way to get around it. But happy Saturday, you guys. This is a rare treat, right? Because usually I never come on Saturdays. But since I was like so sick over the last week or whatever, I was like, yo, let me go ahead and catch up. And then I'm gonna put my white out. Put the white out. And still got to spray. I don't know what it is, but it's like super freaking hot here right now. So this is probably all the colors we're gonna need. You're gonna need like a black, white, blue, yellow. Again, it's all gonna be relative. You can't make green without blue and yellow. So it's not cheating, you guys. And even if it is, you know, it's our business, right? Like Tabitha Brown likes to say, that's our business. We could like paint well however we want. Like nobody's gonna come to our house and be like, yo, not you over there using blue and green. Nobody's gonna come. Who gonna check us? Nobody. Nobody's gonna come check us. Right? We can use whatever colors we want to use for real. So all right, let's cover it up. And right, exactly. Like nobody's gonna come for us for real. So I'm using my Posca pen. Again, this is still acrylic, right? And I'm gonna start on my left side because I'm right-handed, but you guys can start whatever section you want to, whatever you want to do. Again, if you don't have Posca pen, use your brush. Use the small brush and do your outlines and do whatever you feel like you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like improvise, right? So I'm gonna do outlines because I need to know exactly where I'm going with things. So I'm gonna put my little outlines in. One thing I did, I remember now why. One thing I didn't quite enjoy about Fredericks is even their regular canvases, it really soaks up paint. Like it's gonna be like it's a thick canvas, so you're gonna be like really putting in the work for real. You're gonna be putting in the work, my gal. And you really don't have to do the outlines if you don't want to do the outlines because, that's just my preference. Because I've been on this kick of doing things like, I don't know how to explain it, but uh, like more graphic-y, like more pop arty. So that's why I've been doing a lot of outlines lately. Like I said, I don't know what it is about this girl, but and I actually started following her on Instagram. I found her on Pinterest first, and then I went down the rabbit hole. You know how you do, right? You get like obsessed with a certain look, a certain model, a certain muse, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's an art thing, maybe it's an artist thing, whatever. And it was something about her, like like if you actually go to her page, she does like these extravagant over the top looks where she like colors her hair, does different looks. One day she may have red hair, next minute she got blonde hair, she got pink hair. That's my type of girl right there. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. I need to go ahead and like paint her or whatever because I just love, and she's just a regular girl. Like she likes makeup and da 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 da. Young girl living in Ireland. I think she lives in Ireland. I don't know. It sounds like Ireland accent to me, but I was like, oh my god. I even went down a rabbit hole and went and ended up going into her like her YouTube or whatever. So yeah, she's really good. Some people just have really, really good style. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what it is, but yeah. Some people just have really, really good style. Like, and I feel like style and like stuff like that can be taught, right? Like I think you can like I don't know how to explain it, but I think you can like you can learn how to do certain things like from your parents or from your peers and stuff like that. But um I really, really feel like art, I mean not art, but like style and like a certain je ne sais quoi, like a whole thing that cannot be taught. Like you can learn how to put together like certain pieces of clothing and certain people like hairstyles and da da da. But that sort of thing cannot definitely be taught. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling about it. Yeah, reminds me of Madonna, early Madonna, not new Madonna. Betty Davis style. Exactly, exactly. She has gorgeous, and she does have gorgeous eyes. She has really pretty like gray eyes or whatever. So we will be painting gray eyes today, you guys. Very exciting. I wanted to do something a little different than we normally do, but yeah. Then again, this will give me some good practice because I never get to paint this sort of hairstyle, this sort of skin tone too much. So it's going to be super duper exciting. Very, very exciting. All right. So I'm only doing half of the head because, like I said, I want to be able to go in and do one thing at a time, my guys. Alrighty then. So I have my half brush, whatever you want to call it. It's can I even see what's going on? It's a delay right really quick. Okay, cool. So I have my I forgot what the hell this shit is called. It's like angle brush. That's what's called. Duh. I had this brush so long I like it like skipped my mind. I had to read the title. It's an angle brush. I love angle brushes for like in this for this particular reason I'm using the angle brush because I want to be able to use it for her hair. It's gonna be able because you get like good swoops. And it's good for like flowers and stuff like that. But anyway, you guys, I digress. You'll see that later on. But I'm gonna work on her hair first a little bit, and then we'll kind of work on the face and get into all that other stuff we got going on. She has like a lime green hair. It's like almost like this color. It really is. If you're really thinking about it, it's like basically like this color. I don't want it to be too green, but I'm gonna just do this color. And whatever this color is, I don't even know what this color is. Lime green. Yeah, I know that color I always use like on the as a base for people's whatever. I'm actually gonna add some white to it because I need it to be a whole lot lighter. Because it needs to be super lime greeny. Super lime greeny. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to see, is this the color? Well, I will be able to adjust it. I feel like it has a little more, this seems yellowy. I feel like it has a little more blue in it for some reason. So we're gonna, I'm not getting into too much of that blue, but I feel like it has a little more blue in it than whatever I'm putting out there. But it could also just be the camera too. Again, these things don't have to be precise for real. These things do not have to be precise. Uh, Okay. Huh, very interesting. So you see how I could do like a nice swoop, right? Nice little swoop action without even having to do much. Nice little swoop. And depending on the type of paint you have, you're gonna end up doing probably a lot of different layers on this hair. Lots of different layers. Cause if you have like a really thin paint, and you guys notice I'm like doing sweeping motions. That's what you want to do when you're doing this sort of hair anyway. Again, I would never think of this sort of hair. Again, I feel like this, we're not gonna get that color the way we want it. I would like to be able to get it to exactly how I want it. I can see that's not gonna work. So this brush is gonna save lives. It is, because it makes it so much easier to do these like brush strokes for real. So much easier. And I thought it was really fun, her makeup and stuff too. I just thought it was a fun picture all the way around the board. All the way around the board. All right, so we did that one side, so now I'm going to continue with my uh I forgot what her name is, but you know what? It was like a weird name, not a weird name, but like a name I couldn't really remember. So if you guys are really interested in knowing the model, I will pin it after the live stream is over. Pin it, girl, pin it. Hmm. Alrighty then. We had a nice little exciting activities. Oh man, I didn't cover up my paint though. I think that was a little too light. Too light. Get my water. Ooh, it's looking so pretty. I'm trying to figure out. Well, I mean, certain colors you won't be able to get. But I don't think we're gonna be able to get a full accurate like lime green. Because it's more of like a unnatural synthetic color. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. Unnatural girl. I'm like, let me drink more water. You know what I'm saying? Me do it, girl. All right. Now I'm gonna sort of have what I want. Let me spray my palette. Crazy palette. Hmm. I know I'm probably gonna regret if I use this. Aren't I? Yes, probably will. Aren't you? Oh. The good thing and the bad thing about this paper, like I said, it dries really quickly because it's super thick. I don't know what it's made of. Well, again, it's canvas paper. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing, kind of, sort of about it. That's the good thing about it. Um, I kind of want to do. Hold on. I'm gonna do the pupils in her eyes. 'Cause even though they're gray, it's still gonna be pupils are still gonna be black. So think about that. And I just realized I never do complete eyes on this channel anyway. I never do. But that's what we're doing today. Well, we're not doing a full. When I'm not doing it like a complete eye though. Like let's not get out of hand here. But it's a little more complete. I feel like it's gonna be a little more complete than, yeah, you know what I mean? Mix a little bit of blue into this gray just to give this like a blue gray feel. So it's not like super cold and weird. Cold and weird. Just really light eyes, but yeah. There you go. I'm gonna have to go in with not a lot of detail, but a little more like a lighter color later, but yeah. Like this is pretty good. Alrighty then. So exciting. Everybody's super quiet. Like, can she do it? Can she pull it off? I don't know. Can I? I don't know. Work it out. She can pull it off. It's dry. I'm gonna work on her eyebrows like you do. You know what I mean? That's like a blue, gray, green. I don't even know what it's called, but I didn't want to go in straight up black right away. That's why. That's why. All right, since I'm in this like blue, green, black, blue, green, whatever, whatever, go right in and we will do go right in and do our little wing things. I don't know what to call it, but like the wing things, whatever them things are. Little wing things. What they are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got no money. put on a little bit of red because, I mean, uh, quinacridone magenta. Because that's a good way to neutralize green. So, in case I gotta neutralize the green, y'all. Neutralize the green, y'all. Vice versa. Everything dried up quick, boy. It dried up so quick. All right, so we're gonna move on because that looks crazy right now, right? But it needed to happen, so. While that dries and gets his life together. Love the eyebrows. Thank you. I love them too, right? Like today, I was like, you know what? You need to do the eyebrows properly. Cause usually I just plop them in there. Cause today I was like, let me do my girl properly, okay? Let's do my gal properly. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do her face in, like, since we doing the one color challenge in all green, or do I want to have some realism in it? You guys tell me, like, because I feel like with the makeup and stuff like that, I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so we got a little bit of red going here. This is gonna be pink though, so this is not gonna be fully red. Again, I'm gonna get some of this green. That's gonna neutralize some of that color. It's gonna neutralize it too much, and it's gonna turn it purple. I've been doing eye studies lately and struggle with the brows. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean the brow. Well, I think what it is, how you know what? It was I was watching somebody, or like I don't know what I was doing, but I was like either on YouTube or I was watching somebody doing eyebrows one day, and this was like a couple of years ago, and she explained why the eyebrows look like they look, or why, the order of operations for the eyebrows, and then it clicked, and I was like, oh shit, you're right, you know what I mean? But when people just like, I can't learn something by having somebody just do it. I need to know why you're doing it. Like, what's the explanation behind why did you do that? How she explained it is, um, that as the eyebrow starts to wrap around your eyebrow bone, it's basically anatomy stuff. Like as it starts to wrap, you the hairs have to go the direction of the wrap. I don't know how to explain that properly. Hopefully I'm explaining that properly. But it basically has to go the direction of the wrap. So you start here and then you slowly start to have the hairs start to wrap around the rest of the brow. Whatever. Hopefully I explained that properly. Probably did not. I probably did not, but you get what I'm saying. So you see how I started here, and then I slowly started to do that. And then, you know what I mean? So you gotta make sure it's wrapping around her face. Or whoever's face. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit of this So I'm gonna put a little bit of red right here. 'Cause I am putting that in. I know she has green on her face, but I mean, I know it's supposed to be the one color challenge, but I'm not gonna miss out on this makeup. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss out on the makeup. So y'all can go ahead and send me the hate mail right now. But I'm not missing out on that makeup. I'm just not. And this is gonna be more pink than anything anyway. So I hope that made sense. Did it make sense? Oh, I get what you mean. I'll try it. Yeah, try it. Where make sure everything's kind of wrapping around. If I remember, remind me, and you're still here at the end. Remind me, and I'll try to do a demonstration. Exactly what I mean, but yeah. All right, let's get into the yellow. Yellow's super transparent, so I'm doing her makeup now because once we kind of like do the thing, but yeah. I probably should have waited till the end to do the makeup, but I'm just so excited about it. We're gonna do it. And then we're gonna end up having hell getting the rest of the face to do what we want. But listen, Linda, this is what we're doing. And then this side has a little bit of blue, so I'm gonna get a little bit of that. A little bit brighter than it should be, too. I should have waited until I laid down that skin tone. But listen, Linda, this is what we're doing. Hopefully, you guys are going down the rabbit hole with me. Like, listen, Linda, this is what we're doing. Okay? Really, I think this is supposed to go up a little. Slowly getting it together, darling. Slowly getting it together. Might as well do the other eye since I already jumped down a rabbit hole, right? Might as well. Ay, ay, ay. It is hot up in here. Let that mix in a little bit. Everything's drying up. Oh my God. Hmm. All right, so I think we're gonna go the. I was like thinking about it. I'm like, do I want to really do like the whole face green? I feel like I want to kind of stick to whatever she has going on already. So yeah. Ain't got no money. Everything's dried up. Dried up, baby. Everything's dried up. Trying to find the color that I feel like I want. What is the color? What is the color of it all? Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. You look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right now. But I promise you, it's gonna be looking better in a minute. Hopefully. Hopefully it will look better in a minute. I don't know. Can it? Will it? Won't it? Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And a little shiny nose. Okay. Stop it now, girl. You don't even say it glows. You better even say it. Okay. Oh man, now that song is like stuck in my head. A little bit of green in there. Very nice. To mess up my little eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Trying to mess that up. So I was able to put a little bit of green in there, you see. So it has like a undertone of green for real. I got a little bit of green in there. We're still getting a little bit of that green, but you know, little bit of that green. Ew. Disgusting. Disgusting. Alright, we're getting I was a little quiet, but trying to concentrate. What happens when we flying by the seat of our pants? Flying by the seat of our pants. I realize I have to smooth this out because this is not going to smooth out on its own. Sorry if the table is shaking. But I realized this canvas paper is not like on the canvas when I have like a regular canvas, it will like automatically kind of like do whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but it'll like automatically kind of level out. The paint will level out, but for some reason on the canvas paper, it just sits there. Anybody got time for that? Alright, then let's continue down the track here. Hmm. Shaking everything up. Shake it up. Yeah. Shake it up. I don't know who's been catching up with The Last of Us. I would love to know. You have her eyes so well. Thank you. I'm trying to get them to be exactly what I want them to be. Hopefully. Hopefully. Now we're just adding, layers and get the eyes down pat. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that was the first thing I learned when I was actually doing commissions. Is that you could probably mess up on a lot of different things except the eyes and the eyebrows. That's pretty much how people identify themselves, you know? They identify themselves through that. I don't know what color her shirt is gonna be because I can't see the whole picture. I don't know. And I didn't add her little cute troll earrings in, but Y'all use your imagination. Use your imagination. I thought I had some more paint. What I do? There it is. All right, so I got this, and I actually have some water over here. Y'all be surprised. I actually have some other water over here. That's like a miracle on 34th Street, huh? That's a miracle on 34th Street. Y'all hanging in there? Like hanging by the seat of our pants. Hanging by the seat of our pants. We're gonna have to go back in. And reinforce those eyebrows. Right? That makes sense. It makes sense. Alrighty then. I'm just jumping around to the areas I feel like I need to jump around to. This is when you go in and you like refine and you tweak and you like push and pull and do all the different things. You know her eyes are gray. Um, the top of her eye, like the eyeball where the lid is, I'm gonna put a little bit of a dark shadow to separate. It needs to be separated a little bit. I separated it a little bit and basically just glazed some dark gray on top in the. So you see how right there it looks like her eye is under the eyelid, when in reality it isn't. Same thing here. I guess I can do. Let me see. I guess I'm gonna make her shirt green. I mean, why not, right? Why not, my loves? Why not? Remember, in between, you guys should definitely be drying this. This is drying really good on its own because of the type of paper I'm using. But you should definitely be trying this in between. And don't forget to hit that like button, you guys. It helps my channel out. And sharing is caring. Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, so we're going to have to go back in here. Gotta fix her lips. Let's do her shirt. I'll make it a little bit darker, like a dark green maybe. Again, I'm making this up on the spot for real. Making it up. Making my way downtown. Ooh, so pretty. What are we feeling about this, you guys? Make sure y'all comment below and let me know what you feel, especially if you're on a replay. Are we loving it or no? I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Green on green on green. So we still staying with the green. So they can't say I totally cheated. I cheated on the skin tone because I didn't want no green skin tone. Okay? So it is what it is. I cheated on the skin tone because I did not want to see no green skin. Okay? It is what it is. Um but I'm here for it. Okay. All right, so this is a good time to demonstrate because I know you was asking about. I don't know if you're still here, Bernadette, but you was asking about the eyebrows. So basically, like my hand's gonna be in the way. So I go in with the small hair, right? Like, cause you know you always have that like that stray hair right there, and then I do the same thing here. You see, just going with those little bit of wispies at the beginning. And then you slowly I slowly turn my hand because I want to start to put the hair going towards this way. Basically, the shape of her brow. And I'm doing the motions, right? You see, I left some space there, you know? Left a little bit of space there. Same thing here. And I did a little bit of a darker color this time, too. Leave a little bit of space, and then you start to kind of go down as you get to the end of the eyebrow. Feel what I'm saying? So hopefully that made sense. I don't know if you're still here, but yeah. I'll try to make a timestamp for that little demo. Um, I'll try to make a little timestamp for it. All right. You basically just want to start to, pretty much that's what it is. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. All right, so I'm going back in with this black because she has quite an outline. There's quite an outline, so I'm going back in with that same thing. Quite an outline. I'm not gonna do much more with the eyes. Like I'm not gonna go and like do super detail because we'll be here all day. But you get the gist of it. Like you could do a lot more with the eyes to make them way more realistic. Ugh, a lot more, my guys. A lot more. But we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. We ain't trying to be here all day. Very nice. I had to drink my water because things was getting weird. Ain't got no money. Hmm. I need some regular white. Wait a minute. There's some dark. Something dark inside. But I had some. Ew. Right, come on. Get out of there. She has a nose ring, so trying to represent the nose ring. Okay. So I'm feeling good about this. Of course, on your end, you could always go in and do a lot more like detailing, depending on how, you know what I mean? Like how detailed or how realistic you want it to be. You really go in and just do a lot of stuff, but um yeah. Hmm. But yeah, I like it the way it is for real. Like I say, you can always go in and do a little more detail, a little more stuff, da 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 da. Always go in and do a little more detail. But her bangs were a little bit longer than I initially put them in, so the bang yang yang yangs. Like your bangs was longer, girl. Oh, yeah. Like your bangs. And it's funny because you look like one of those like a character you see on a cartoon, but that's how she be looking in real life for real. That's how my girl be looking. Boom. All right, now let's do the eyelashes. Save the best for last, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Save the best for last, baby. All right, so I'm getting my little brush. And you don't really notice eyebrows, but they I mean eyebrows. You don't really notice eyelashes, but they do make a big difference, especially on women, right? Or feminine peoples that prefer to wear eyelashes. It does look better. Things are just not complete unless you have an eyelash. Let's just put that out there for real. Things are just not complete. And can you believe this is a like a pad or book or whatever you want to call it? You guys definitely better get you some. Because I mean, it's good. It's good, especially if you're just doing studies, right? It's really, really good for that. It's really, really good. Now, when you get ready to do the eyebrow, eyelash, make sure. I'm actually gonna. Hold on. I have to add that little outline to the nose ring because yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, when you get ready to do the eyelash, make sure that your eyes or whatever you have on the face is totally dry. Everything needs to be super, super, super dry. So, and you need to be totally finished with the eyes before you even go in and start doing anything with the eyelashes. To make it make sense. You know what I mean? And don't forget the traceable and color pages for all of my one color challenges is available on Patreon right now for those of you over on Patreon. Yes, and thank you to the patrons. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you hanging in there while I've been sick and going through it and da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Now she has for her eyelashes, for some reason she has those type of eyelashes. They're like they go deep into the eye. I don't even know how to explain it, but they face her eyes and not going up. Whatever. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If you actually see the reference photo or happen to see this photo on Pinterest, you'll see that her eyelashes is right in her eyes. Like they're in the eyeball. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. Anywho, so I'm gonna turn it upside down because I need to be able to angle it the way I want to angle it. You know what I'm saying? This is also a good way, like a good trick for you to see if your eyes are symmetrical and see what's off with the portrait. Turn it upside down. And there you go, hunty. Matter of fact, let me get my picture out. Hold on. Let me get the picture. I need to see up close what's going on. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Neil. Now to look at the photo, her like her makeup, like this part, is actually orange. But that's cool. Like orange, pink, oh same thing. As far as in my book. It's all the same shaboing, okay? Yeah. Um, alright, let me wet my brush because you got one chance to do this the proper way, don't you? Sorry if you guys cannot see that properly, but I'll show you when I'm done with it. Really, you're not even gonna be able to see it for real. But it's there, baby. It's there. It's there. All right. So next, I oh man. Hey, hey, Rita, how are you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. I'm good, late as usual. Hi, everybody. No, that's okay. You know, I always leave these up, so it's good for the replay. Replay value. Very nice. Thank you so much. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Of course, we will not be here tomorrow like we usually are for Sketchbook Sunday because we happen to do a special stream today since I was so out of it last week. You know, again, thank you to everybody that's been patient and hanging in there. I appreciate it. Let's see. But we will be back at it in full effect. Oh, and I'm gonna be releasing a lot of these paintings and all this stuff on my Patreon for a reduced price, as well as next week is something special is going on because I'm gonna be releasing my vendor list. Cause I know people always asking me like, how do you do this? How do you do that? What things should I buy? How do I, where do you get your prints? Where do you do X, Y, and Z? So I know a lot of you guys are always asking those sorts of questions. Yeah, you're in luck. I'm gonna be actually releasing. I'm gonna close her mouth a little bit. It looks like the photo. Wow. Yeah, today I was like, you know what? I ain't come to play, I came to slay. Today y'all gonna get something realistic a little bit. Thank you. She did not come to play, she came to slay. So yeah, I'm gonna be releasing my vendor list on my Patreon. It's gonna be in the $5 tier. So just for $5, you get like you could skip all the research and all the things, and you could see exactly like what equipment I'm buying, from my microphone to my this to my that, as well as I'm gonna be giving, talking about my supplies, like where do I find the best prints for selling, the best canvas prints, the best and this is all like years of me doing my own trial and error for real. Yeah, don't get too excited, y'all. I was like feeling today like, I feel like doing extra work, being a little more realistic today. Because usually I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. We're not doing we're not doing it. Okay, girl, calm down. And yeah, make sure you guys sign your work at the end always and forever. And we'll be back with another episode of the One Color Challenge next week. If you happen to be over on Patreon, you can vote in our next upcoming poll where you can help me choose what color we will be painting next, what photo we'll be painting next, as well as the vendor list. There's a lot of fun things coming up for next week. So make sure you guys are over there and you don't miss out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I love you guys so, so much. It was an absolute blast. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in. Yeah, and don't forget to hit that like button because it helps a sister out. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.